Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, last time we left off thinking about moving over to here, but there's a few things I want to do. We are making a lot of wooden wheels, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I do want to stop temporarily there. And what I want to do is I want to try and block off these two other segments. I mean, ideally I want to block off 3 in the inventory. You can't actually click them to block them off in any way. But it can store up to 50 items, and it can store 4 lots of them. So if we would put a single piece of grain in here, like so, and then say grab a single piece of wood as well, and then we'll send our dude back off doing grain to the barn. That's filled them slots up, which means that the workshop will only ever produce up to 100 wheels now, which is a good thing. Is a good thing. I'm happy with that, going for 100 wheels. That seemed like a good way to cap things off, is to do that sort of thing there. Obviously, I could then tell my workers to take this out of here if we ever need to store any more in here. It is a little annoying you can't cap them. You know, like go, that slot is only for wheels, and that slot is for this, and that slot's for that. That would be a really nice thing to do. That way you could have it so that, you know, the workshop, for instance, makes cloth conveyors as well. So I could say, well, we need cloth, we need wheels, and we need stone brick. So I could go, for you, the first one will be wheels, the next one will be cloth, the next one will be stone brick, and the last one will be conveyor belts. And then that barn stores everything for conveyor belts. But you can't do that yet. That may be something that comes in the future. I don't know. Obviously, it is still under heavy development, this game, and the dev is open to suggestions. So I might go and suggest that on the Discord, actually, and see what we do. But, right. So what are we going to do? We're going to move over to here, I think. I'm probably going to end up destroying a lot of the resources, which isn't a great thing to do, but I don't want to put my town in there. Let's have a look, see here. If I was to put a market down, it's if I put a market down sort of there, that covers quite a large area. We'll lose some trees and some grain. We can always store that stuff anyway. That's not a problem. I just think that sort of is going to be our best sort of way to do things. And then we can put all our houses around there and have our production over here and down here, and the houses up there out the way, and then just take things to the market via wagons or wheels or something. I'm not really sure exactly how we'll do that yet, but that's the plan. But first and foremost, we are going to need stone. And we have stone down here. More importantly, we're going to need stone and stone brick. So I think we are going to build a stone mason. Stone mason obviously takes stone and drops out stone brick. You also need. I've got stone. I've got plenty of stone at the moment, so we just need stone. So if I do something like that, we have now unlocked a well. That's interesting. And I say you into the stonemason and you into the stonemason. Then you can grab the stone. Oh, wrong button. Grab a stone and put it into there. Hold right click and drag. Okay. But of course, I don't even know whether you can actually get to here, can you? They're not a big fan of really dodgy terrain. So apparently you can. You can get to the stonemasons. Awesome. Right, well, I'll leave you doing that then. It's a long journey, but yeah, we'll leave you doing that for the time being. And then this worker down here is doing nothing for the time being because the workshop is not making any more wheels. Okay. So, you are making lumber. You are happy there. Everything is good. I think I'm just going to let it mine out all these trees and this grain. I think that's probably what I want to do. Right, we do need a school as well, but I want to move these houses first. So let's have a look. See here at what we're going to do. Is there anywhere else that's sort of empty somewhere? What have we got down here? Airstones. I don't have a clue what the magic is. I don't have any idea how any of that really works. So, right, we'll put it here. Yeah, we'll put it there. I think that'll do. Let's build a path. Oh, build a road. No, not a road. Not a road. A footpath. And if I say I want to leave a 2 gap here, so I want to come along this road here. Hoping I'm still on the correct path here. Comes to there apparently. That's quite there is a top-down grid view. I'm not sure exactly how you get that, but that would put the market does not have to be in line with that. Don't know why I'm doing that. Doesn't have to be in line with it. It can be done elsewhere. So let's build a market. There, right smack bang there. There we go. Okay. We will need a path over to it. Thinking. I don't want to chop down all these trees yet. I would like to. If I'm gonna, rather than remove the resources, I'd rather take them and store them in a barn. We've got road ramps and things. Awesome. Stone walls. But yeah, so we need a path over to this building here. So let's build a footpath around this one first. Like so. Right. And I want to have a 2 thick path coming along like that. Which does involve removing a lot of trees, although I could probably cut through that way. But then there are trees here. Well, we're going to lose some resources, whatever happens. Let's see here. Let's go tools. Remove block. Remove selected type. Oh, no, that's clearly not what I want. Remove resources, that's the one I want. If I go straight here. There we go. And then remove those as well there. Oh, we can't afford. We don't have enough money. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, and we can't afford because we're out of wood. Wow. Okay. Is that because... Do I actually have anybody taking wood too? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. You take wood directly to our... But we've got loads of lumber, but I haven't got anyone actually taking standard wood to the bar, to the base. Okay, right. Which does mean, of course, we can't build any scaffold blocks because they require... Oh, they require... 2 lumber. Just here, we've got a wood bridge. What is that? What is a wood bridge? Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. That's much better than the scaffolding going across there. Look at that. Proper little bridge. Okay. Right, I keep wanting to right click to cancel what I'm doing, which doesn't work. Doesn't work. Run out of wood again. Let's get some more workers in, shall we? Can we afford more workers? They cost 10 gold each. Yeah, we'll buy 4 new workers and we'll have them clear out trees here. Okay, and then you're going to go back onto the conveyor, onto the chute. Okay. And there we go. We got our path. Ooh, that's odd. Doesn't quite fit in the corner squares. That's interesting. Oh well. Looks a bit odd, but it still works. There we go. And they'll gather all the trees and fill up our base with wood, and everything is awesome. Okay. You're obviously doing bits and pieces there. How are you doing? You're completely full on stone. Yeah, that's too slow, isn't it? Well, how about we get another cart? In fact, how about we get another 2? Oh, we can't afford. Why can't we afford a wagon? Ah, because they cost 40 gold each. Wow. Okay. Yeah, money's going to be interesting. But we are really happy at the moment. Everything is awesome, which means places like the workshop, for instance, speed is plus 25%. We can increase it by adding workers to it. Not that we need to, because we're not producing any more wheels at the moment. And you see, I've stored 1 lump of wood in here. 1 lump of standard wood, and that is gone. That's been taken because I built a road. So now that barn would be able to add things to it. So yeah, so it's saying you can't have like a mini barn that only stores 1 item. That'd be nice. There is a silo, I think. I don't know if we got that yet. No, we haven't. But I don't think stuff in silos actually becomes part of your main inventory. I don't know. I've never played that far ahead. So we'll see. But yeah, right. So what we need to do is transfer our houses from here to here. So let's have a look, see here how this exactly is going to work. The yellow area is where the market can deal to. So I'm thinking if I put 1 house there, 1 house there, and 1 house. Ooh. There, because I only need access to the market. I don't need access to anything else. Okay. And what I need to do then, I'm afraid I'm going to grab you. I know you were grabbing stone, but I'm going to grab you because we need to grab. Food. You grab grain and go to here. That's all them houses need for the minute. They just need grain. Hopefully you can get past. Yes, you can. Awesome. That's going to be a slow process going to start with. But you see, we've got some houses happy, some unhappy. It's balancing out to being okay. And now there we go. There we go. They've got all the food they need. So that's awesome. And if we can get a second wagon, we can have that delivering the lumber, because I think lumber's pretty good. Yeah, I think lumber's pretty good. And once I do a bit more here, we can extend out and get more things going. Was it lumber you needed? Oh, yeah, it is planks. Definitely planks. Right. May have to remove some more resources there. I think just 1. I think we'll do that now. Tools, remove resource, factory. And build a house there. Okay. So we've got 4 houses over there now. And I'm really not sure how I'm going to lay these out. They don't necessarily need paths to the houses. So you could just put them in a big clump. I just need access to the market. That's the only problem to it. So yeah, I think that's okay for the minute. That's 4 houses. We have 5 up here. So if I can add a few more, That'd be great. I do kind of want paths around them though, just in case. I know they're not necessarily needed, but if I put, I mean, for instance, well, that's going to have a two-way path to it, so it's going to be slightly offset anyway. If I put a house there and there, that allows me to put a path up there, and then I put another house in there, which has put a path that way and that way, so we can have the straight paths coming off, and then we can build up from that sort of way. Not that they need the paths at all. As I said, I think that's one there, and we put another house here. We'd have to get rid of 3 more resources. And now I said I was going to try and keep the resources and eat them instead, but there we go. Right. Okay, you're supplying 8 houses now, so we could get rid of these ones. And what I can do is I can stop you. You can drop off. Drop off. And you can come here out the way. Okay, and there was another one doing lumber, was there? I believe so. Or was there? I don't see him. There, you. Damn it, you. Drop off. Just drop off and then. Oh, I don't know if that's worked or not. Go there and drop off. Okay. So, I'm not sure what happens to resources when you remove buildings. So I'm going to let this run out and you swap them there, and then we can remove it later. We do have enough money for our second cart, so we shall do that. Workers. Again. There. And wagon, you are to take lumber from here to there. I think that's going to be good. Is it going to be okay? Yeah, that's 4. I'm going to let that stock up a little bit for upgraded houses. Don't want to run out of anything. We've still got loads of gears and stuff left. This is going okay. Everything seems to be working for the moment. Awesome. Let's finish that path off now. Those people have moved out of the way. Oh, there we go. Right. So, there's the main path that's going to come into our building area here. That will come straight across, and then we'll build things above and below, and you can all get carted backwards and forwards down this road. Eventually, that will become a big stone road, and everything will be awesome. Right. So the next thing it wants us to do is build a school. Right. A school requires stone. We have stone, we have lumber, we have everything we need for this. So the school can go where the school can go. Let's put it there. We can always move it again later if we need to. Okay. Recipe unlocked, lumber mill. We have a lumber mill. Oh, we have paper in the lumber mill now. Ah, awesome. Craft a new lumber mill recipe has been unlocked. Craft paper. Right. For you, we can research farming, forestry, or metallurgy. Farming obviously will give us the farm, which is good because that means we won't run out of grain. Forestry means that we're not going to be chopping down trees anymore. We'll be using replacement. They can generate wood from trees rather than chopping them down, which is again awesome. I think everything is all here. Is it you? You're okay. You're running out of food. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's fine. Let's upgrade all these houses here, shall we? Okay, there we go. Right. Now we're good production. Things are good. Right. So I suppose farming, forestry, which one would be more important for us? I suppose they're both. Let's just start with farming. So it needs grain and it needs writing supplies. Writing supplies are done by a paper, book, or enchanting books. So a lumber mill to make paper requires 2 wood and water produced by a well. Okay. Okay. Let's. I do believe as well, if memory serves, yes. You can put a lumber mill on the edge of the water, and it will gain water automatically from a river or any source of water. I could technically do that here. I think I will. Let's tools, flatten terrain. Flatten that down there a little bit. Go. And then if we build our lumber mill here. Oh, there we go. We can have you on paper. Means you require some form of wood, which you can do. You two, fill him full of wood. There we go. And then what we can do is we can have that automatically feed this via conveyor belts. We don't have conveyor belts yet. That's going to be our next port of call, I think. Definitely going to be our next thing. Right. Everything's trundling along. Everything is worked. Complete research. Press R to open the Alright, so we require 25 research points. And so one grain and 1 writing supply gives us 1 point towards the farming. So we need 25 grain and 25 paper, or 2 books, and so on and so forth. So we need grain. Grain needs to go in there, and also that needs to go in there. And we need cloth as well. I think cloth production is going to be an important one here. Right. In fact, I could temporarily swap you over from that cloth, but cloth requires pasture, and a pasture requires population, produces animal products, wool, leather, or fertilizer. Okay. Don't know what that needs. Well, let's for a minute. Let's just build 2 workers. You take grain to there. You take paper to there. Okay. Right. Okay. So you're all good there. You're all good. Oh, is that not producing? That's not producing enough grain. No, I'm unhappy. I have no food. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but that's because your market is empty and is now gone. And you're mediocre. As soon as you become actual sad, I will remove you. But for the time being, you can stay there. Right. So that's going. That's doing its research bits and pieces there, which is awesome. So what we need to figure out some cloth. That's an important part here. We need cloth. So to make cloth, we require wool. Wool is produced by a pasture. So let's put in a pasture and have a look. See here. Oh, it requires water by the looks of it. So we'll put it on the coast. Okay. And it requires water and grain produced by the grain mill. That's this thing, isn't it? We have a new. Okay, so you're not getting enough grain in now. That's the problem. I suppose our workers are moving too far. You, who is moving wheels, you are going to help the grain. Research complete farming. Awesome. Awesome. So you can stop now. Stop now. We don't need you anymore. So can you take out? You can take out grain. Awesome. Take out grain and put it there. We don't need it anymore. We need forestry. It means we need wood. You can take wood to there. And in fact, you can do the same. Take wood to there. Okay, so you're unhappy, you'll be removed. You're unhappy, you'll be removed. You're unhappy, removed. In fact, you know what? Let's get rid of all of them. There we go. House is gone. We're down to 36 workers now. Everyone's moved over here. I'm sorry for your forced relocation. Right, so the pasture requires grain, which requires a grain mill. So we need another mill. We've unlocked some new things. We've got a farm. Awesome. So the farm is something that requires water as well. No, I really have not got the space to be working here. Can I maybe flatten out this area here and put the farm in down here? Would work. Okay, but I do need to also flatten out this area over here. If I flatten out an area towards there, maybe my minecarts will go a better route. Right, so you are producing grain. You're producing grain straight off the bat. Awesome. And grain obviously is a tier 1 thing, produce, so it can go straight into a conveyor. Like so. Right. I do want to remove that chute, go into tab mode, and then change that to there because I want to make sure it's turning the correct direction. That's not correct. That is not correct. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Chutes. Remove the chutes. Remove the chutes. That's wrong. No, this has to go into a grain mill, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got to go into a grain mill. So yeah, you produce animal feed, and then you can have the chutes going like that. Come on, like that. There we go. Right. Then you're producing animal feed, and then the animal feed must be put into the pasture by a person. So you do that. Okay. And oh, you've completed the stop. You are to what else we got here? We got medicine. We can't do any of them just yet. That requires iron ore, which we don't have any yet, and herbs. So let's empty that out of wood. And the pasture is producing wool. Awesome. Right, that means you can take the wool. I don't know which is which. Is that the wool? Wool. You have to take wool to the workshop, and we're going to swap this workshop onto making cloth. Okay. Right. I'm just trying to make some conveyor belts sort of early with what we've got here, and then once I've got a couple in stock, we can move things around. So you are producing cloth. Awesome sauce. Oh, what's that? That's fertilizer. You're going to fill up on fertilizer very soon. Very soon. Okay. Well, I got that transferred over. Oh, people are unhappy. Why is that? Not enough lumber. Is that just too far for those carts to travel for the minute? Put another wagon down for that. You grab lumber, put it in there. Okay. Yeah, so we've got it sort of going. We've got some cloth here. We've got you doing bits and pieces. Once you have made the cloth, because the cloth piece gets transferred out, and then you need to making conveyor, which means you need stone brick, which we have. But okay, so yeah, that's transferred over. That's okay. And we're just working on the cloths, and the tutorial is done. Okie dokie. Right. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.